Obviously it's blue. All right, we'll talk about that in a little while. Today we're gonna put the crash bar on this. I've got a couple more things I need to put on this before it gets shot, and it's actually announced that it's blue, if you will. So let's jump right into putting this TV Performance crash bar in. I'm just gonna run through it real quick. You guys enjoy. Step one, I'm gonna pop all these clips off. I'm gonna take the headlights out. There's 2 screws on each side that hold the headlight in. And there's a screw on each side of the bumper that holds this part to the course board. Just using a flathead screwdriver to get all these out. All right, next I'm gonna pop these 4 plastic clips out. They do make special tools for these, but that requires you admitting that you can't do anything with a screwdriver, so I'm doing it with a screwdriver. I'd probably be done if I already had the pliers, but those are in storage. We're not at storage. Right, pop around. So you've got 2 options for your hood cable. You can pop it off here by the latch, you can pop it here by the actual release. This always breaks. I leave that alone. I'm gonna pop it off the metal bracket down here on the latch. We're just gonna pull the cable up out of there and unclip it from the course port. We got the headlights thing out, so I'm gonna leave that and plug in. Okay, 1 headlight out. 2 headlight out. I'm gonna take a T27. There's 2 on the bottom on each side, and there's 1 going into the bumper this way from the fender liner. Those need to come out for the bumper to come off. Oh, like I said, 3 screws each side. Okay, we got our 2 10mm bolts loosened. We got our 1 clip out the fender well. Once we push down on that little bracket, bumper just pops off. I'm gonna do that to the other side real quick. I'll be right back. There's 1 more T27 bolt up in the fender well here. Up towards the top of the bumper. Just kind of tucked back in there. I didn't see it when I was taking off the peaks. Get off there. Like I said, we got our 2 10mm. I'm pulling down the bracket with my fingers and pushing out my middle of my ring finger. I'll push the bracket up just so it doesn't sit in there all the way. Looks like it's going to anyway. That's all right. We got plastic clips on both sides here. Pop that forward just a hair. Pop that forward just a hair. And now there's nothing else holding this bumper on except for God's goodwill. So, in an effort not to tear up the wrap, I'm going to put a little blankie underneath here, just for when it actually falls. It falls on a blankie and not on asphalt. Alright, so just give it a lift up right here in the middle. I'm trying to do this carefully so it doesn't just yeet itself off of here and scratch something is my worry. Alright. I'm going to unplug the fog lights over here. There's 1 plug for both sets of fog lights on a pre-facelift. Pretty sure it's the same on a facelift too, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So, I'll take my bumper, set it off to the side here. Got our blanket out the way because we're going to need to use a jack. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to take this guy off. There's a bolt here on both sides, and there's 4 14mm all the way around. We're going to pop off. There's a couple 13 mils down in the fender well over there holding the washer reservoir on, and a couple 10 mils on the side it looks like. So I'm gonna get going. All right, so I got my 2 10 mils taken, so my washer reservoir is loose now. That'll give us access to this 14mm on the bottom there. This side seems to be pretty well wide open. Again, a couple 10 mils on the side here holding the crash bar on. No, we don't need to take these off. What am I talking about? No 10 mils on the side. We're gonna take 14 mils off here. That's be a 14 mil there as well. Crash bar should come off there. Yeah, all right, let's see what we got. 13 mils, we're gonna pop these off on both sides. There we go, that's a little bit better, but easier to handle than that stupid ratcheting wrench that doesn't ratchet. And then we move the washer reservoir out the way for this one. Throw stuff around. If you don't have one of these flexible extensions, I'll leave a link in the description. You need to get one for this job because it makes it so much easier, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna take 3 off on this side, 4 off on this side, I don't know why I said 3. All right. Poor B. Or yellow jacket, whatever that is. You're a yellow jacket, you deserved it. Okay, all 4 bolts off each side for the crash bar itself. All right, now all that's holding this crash bar on is that lower radiator support. So I'm gonna get my jack. I'm gonna put it right underneath my radiator and everything, and then I'm going to unbolt the radiator support from the crash bar, and then it should pop off. Next, we're going to remove 10mm bolts that hold the lower radiator support to the crash bar. And those are right here. We're going to remove the 10mm bolt that holds the horns right next to it. Right behind that bracket. See the bolt right there? I'm just going to leave those dangle. We're going to reattach those here momentarily. Move to the other side. Working on the driver's side now, we're going to have to pop a couple plastic clips off. There's one that holds this plastic clip for your fog light harness. Pop that off. If you don't have fancy plastic clip pliers like I don't. Your needle nose after you pop it loose a little bit. Put the needle nose behind there and kind of twist it up out of there. Set this up out the way. We're gonna need to pop this clip off as well. Holds the harness to the lower radiator support. That way we can get to our couple bolts that are right there. We're gonna need to take this 8mm bolt out, holding the computer to the crash bar. All right, now that's out the way a little bit. Take our 10mm for our lower radiator support bolts. Slightly limited on tools because of the situation right now, so I'm just make it like that. You can see that gap is slowly getting bigger. Got a jack underneath to support the radiator so it doesn't completely fall. All right. Now we need to get those guys out. So one thing that I learned is that you can squeeze these down and then you can take a screwdriver, kind of pry it, but it's hard to do with one hand. So I'm gonna pop it out, I'll be right back. See what I can get on camera here. Sorry about the hood prop. This is literally the only place I can put the camera for it to sit still and me to be able to try to use both hands. So ignore the rod in the middle and see if I can get this one to pop out like I did the other side. Pop those tabs down. And I literally just kind of tweak this a little bit. This side's gonna make a liar out of me. The other side I literally popped off in like 2 seconds. Well, this one broke, but whatever. It came out. Don't care. Get out. Of course, the one I try to record breaks. But that's what I did to get it out. And as you can see, the other one didn't break. That's all I did. I squeezed them shut, popped them off. Now the collar broke, but we're not going to use that on the new crash bar anyway, so don't care. Take the crash bar off now. All right, now my calculations are correct. This should just pop off here now. Calculations were not correct. There's one more harness right here. And there's one more harness right here too. All right, we're gonna lift up on the core support, pull out on the crash bar, wiggle.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
All right, this should just pop off here now. Oh my gosh, there's another wire harness on the inside here for the freaking horns. Completely detached.
You sure about that?
Gotta wiggle it out of here now.
You sure about that? That's why?
I'm sure this would very much be a two-person wiggle job.
You sure it wasn't? Because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing? You sure about that?
One side.
You sure about that's not why?
Okay, we got the crash bar set up there. Just some supplied hardware. I just kind of bolted the lower radiator hose. I just bolted the radiator support up there yesterday because it's going to be able to flip the hood back on and take care of that anyways. I want to tighten that supplied hardware. Looks like we're working with 13 minutes. I got the seat tight. Do the same thing on the inside. It's more fun to get. Okay. That was arguably the worst part of the whole job. So, see if I can get the camera down in there. Right there. That bolt sucks to get to. Okay, we got that one tight. We got this one tight. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. This is what I ended up doing with the horn. I just used that front bolt. Bolted it on there. On there good and sturdy. Ain't going nowhere. That's all tightened down. We're gonna put the bolt back in this. We're gonna start putting the bumper back on. Here's the finished product after the bumper's back on. You see the TV performance through the grill there. Turned out pretty good. Definitely recommend this. It makes the front end look way more aggressive. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got more Focus content coming. I've got some coilovers coming, some more Damon content, but just make sure you hit the follow button, like the video, comment down below what you'd like to see, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.